myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be.
Well, hello to you out there in YouTube land. This is Chris Bates here, and uh, you are currently watching one of my YouTube streams, which I'm also personally going to be uh, representing another streaming platform, which I'm currently seeing on at the moment, which is Sessions Live. It is down on the very bottom of the screen with all of this framework that's going on. It's some really cool effects, and I'm really glad to be doing the stream for both the sessions and YouTube. So it's good that you guys are here to share this hour-long marathon of songs, which, according to your YouTube post, will say is from the '60s. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll be looking out on the stream for those who are currently on the YouTube chat, and from what I can see, there's Daddy Drums, Blake Nunn Drums, and Ash Wells. Hello to you guys, and I see that you guys have already been chatting like crazy here, so I'm actually going to make sure that you guys are properly acknowledged, although I might not get a chance to read every last one of your messages, but so far I'll see what's going on in the chat real quick before we turn it over for some more music. And Blake Nunn Drum says, I was surprised how good Ice Series Zildjian sounded in his studio version that he put out. Well, I'm back in my home studio, and last night I was in Army uniform putting out more videos while I was in my Army Reserve unit building, doing some practicing there. I was also making up for a drill date that I missed. So I spent it doing not only my own stuff but rehearsing some stuff um, for the army as well. Uh, and the studio that you saw me in for the videos that I've recently released of American Soldier from Toby Keith, Ain't It Fun by Paramore, and Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Emotions. The room that I was in was one of the sound soundproof isolated practice rooms, which I was fortunate enough to get into, and I brought my own cocktail kit and my own audio equipment so that I can see what it was like to record in more of a sound isolated room that is not as isolated as my home studio, which is what I am in right now, though. And I also uh, I also see that you're asking about the I series Zildjian symbols. Well, let me turn it over to back to my drum set view now. You may not see all of these symbols too well, but most of these are I series symbols, which have been my symbols of choice lately. They've really been uh, very good to me, and the sound of them, you'd be surprised how little it costs and how great they sound, which was one of the main reasons why they got them. The I series Zildjian, the I that the I believe what the I stands for is inspiration in the Ilham language for the I series symbols. At least that's what the description was when I first got them. They come out in many certain ways, like right over here, you can see the holes in this I series symbols right here. They make trash scratches, and also for uh, also for I series, I got the 14-inch, which I have right here. I also got a couple of 18-inch, which I'm using for crashes. Well, this one is a crash ride. I also got an I series Zildjian symbol right here. Some of my other sets will have ride symbols as well as crash ride. I got an 18-inch crash ride right here. The one that you saw in the studio back in the Army Reserve building, that was a 20-inch crash ride along with an 18-inch symbol as well. Uh, they are really good for how little they cost. So if you want to get some really good sounding cymbals that you would like to rehearse with and perform with, as well as record with, I would definitely recommend those. Uh, now, in some of my other videos, you may have seen me play with a whole different series full of those I-series symbols, and they are starting to become my main symbol of choice. So most of my sets are definitely going to have those symbols. So that is why I highly recommend them. So if you don't want to spend too much money on any symbols, but if you still want to get some good ones, the I-series definitely the way to go. I mean, I can't say it any more about that. And how you doing, Ash Wells? I'm doing okay. And you're also asking if it's a Gretsch Catalina club. Now, the four-piece set that you saw in my studio videos that I released, it's not a Gretsch, although I wish it was. I have actually played on a few of those before. Um, it was a Tama Club Jam kit. It's a $400 cocktail kit, which will I don't know how much they sell it anywhere else, but I actually got a really good deal on that, which is also really good for traveling, which is why I took that drum set with me. And Blake, you're also right. It took over the ZBT line for the I-series symbols, which is why they're like thinner than the ZBTs, and the way that they got them to sound so expressive was that they made them much thinner sheeted or thinner coated, whichever they like to say. And they're B8 alloy, and you also mentioned the S series, which are B12 alloy, which packs a lot more punch, and they cost a little bit more than the I series, although that's definitely a real good symbol of choice as well. And it looks like Ash has got to go. And thank you for dropping by. And there's going to be more. So whatever you missed, I'm sure that when this stream is over, you'll get to catch up on what you missed. So while we still may have some visitors coming and going, I'm going to turn it back over to the set for another 60s classic. So the first two that you just heard, the first one was from the Spencer Davis group, Give Me Some Lovin', which was one of Steve Winwood's earlier uh, career groups before he had a very successful solo career. Uh, I also saw a comment. I don't know who made that comment. I'll have to look back in the chat, but wanted to play me a Blues Brothers version of that song. Well, Aykroyd and Belushi did do a "Give Me Some Lovin'" in the Blues Brothers movie, and it's also on the soundtrack too. But I didn't have a specific track for that. Plus, I'm staying true to the theme. It's going to be 60 minutes of the 60s. And the second one was Let It Be by the Beatles. So what I'm going to do now is put on another Beatles song, but this song is not necessarily from the Beatles. Now, I've done this in some other uh, YouTube streams. In fact, I actually did this back in my first YouTube stream, but I'm going to be doing it on a different drum set. Um, it was definitely done very well by the Beatles at first, but it sounded so soulful back in 1968 when Joe Cocker did his version of this Beatles classic. So I'm going to need some help from my friends here, because this song that I'm about to put on is Joe Cocker's version of the Beatles classic with a little help from my friends.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? shoulders and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, I'll be fine. All I need is my baby. I say I'm gonna get it high with you. Oh, yeah. What do I do when my love is away?
Does it worry you to be alone?
No, no. How do I feel at the end of the day?
Are you sad 'cause you're on your own?
Tell you, don't get sad no more. Gonna get down with my friends. Hey, 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 I'm gonna try. Keep on getting high. Need someone to love. All I need is someone knows just where I'm going, yeah. Somebody knows where I'm going, baby. Then I'm gonna make it with my friends. I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on trying.
Would you believe in a love at first sight?
I'm certain that it happens all the time, yeah.
What do you see when you turn up the light?
I can't tell you, but it sure feels like mine. Don't you know I'm gonna make it with my friends? But myself, I get by. Then I'm gonna try it with them too.
Yeah, and that was Joe Cocker with a little help from my friends. And for those of y'all who are currently watching the stream, or if you are viewing it after it has already done its live course, I hope that you are having just as good as a time listening to this as I am playing it. I'd also like to go back to the chat real quick and acknowledge another question that Blake Nunn Drums is also asking me. What kit are you playing there? Okay, so the kit that I'm playing, I'll go back to the, let's switch back to the drum set view on my other camera here, just so that you can get somewhat of a real good angle of what I'm playing here. This set, now this is one of four drum sets that I currently own. This is not only the oldest set, but this is the biggest set that I have. And what started out on this kit was basically just a five-piece Venus series kit, which had the 12, the 13, and the 16-inch toms, as well as a snare drum, which I actually don't have the snare that came with the Venus kit anymore. I actually got a maple birch Mapex kit, which is one of the newer snare drum lines of the Mapex company, which is what two of my four drum sets are. This is a Mapex kit, along with the 22-inch bass drum. And what I've also added onto the set are four other drums. Now, you can't see this one right over here, but well, if you can hear that, that is my 10-inch Pearl auxiliary snare. I would normally call it my own personal popcorn snare, which is a 10-inch. And over here, I have an 8-inch and a 10-inch Ludwig tom set. They're both very different in ways, but they both match the black color of the Mapex Venus series kit, which I got when I was a child back in Christmas of 1997. And to this day, I'm still playing on this set. I've been taking real good care of it over the years. I mean, I've had a lot of memories on this drum set. I mean, this drum set is my baby. But I literally expanded it because I wanted to do a lot more with this set. And one other addition that I haven't mentioned is the 14-inch tom, which also matched the black coating. It's lacquer black, which was initially described on the Venus kit. They call it like black something else nowadays, but it actually did match. But this one is an SPL 14 by 12, I believe, or it's 14 by 14. But anyways, it's a 14-inch floor tom over here, which is right beside the 16-inch. And that is exactly how I wanted to expand on it. Like one of the songs that I put out on YouTube that initially has caused me to do all of these toms and the bass and the snare was Phil Collins in the Air Tonight. Like every time I watched videos of him perform, he would always go from his top snares all the way down to the floor tom, like do 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 do. It's just amazing. So I always wanted to do that, and I actually bought those drums not only to do that, but I also wanted to do a lot more with them too. That was one of the reasons why I made this drum set bigger. And Blake, you have a Mapex Saturn, which is also good, and that's why I get confused by the 8 lugs. Yeah, I'm sure, but. Nevertheless, it's not about the kind of drum set you play, it's how you play it. And I like to make mine sound good. So let's find some more 60s tunes that I was going to prepare. Now, I'm pretty much going to be putting on a song that I meant to put on my last live stream, which is my salute to James Brown. And I'm going to be playing this 60s hit from James Brown that did not get performed on that live stream. So I'm going to be giving it some justice here. So to continue with this 60 minutes of the 60s, we're almost across the halfway point right now. This next track that I'm going to be playing is called It's a Man's World.
But it would be nothing
Definitely was a fun one, and it sounded a little distorted. I'm not even sure if I actually left my mic on, but it appears that I must have. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look into that. So I've also had some glitches last night during some other streams. I hope those glitches are not coming back to haunt me. So we're actually going to continue this live stream later. So I think we were talking about Apex Saturns with you, Blake. So I'm actually reading what you're saying in the chat. Saying the walnut maple Saturn. I think I may have heard those as well. Best kit I've ever personally owned. Yep, that's right, Chris, and you're a great player. Well, thank you. Are you using a different mic input right now? It sounds like more room. It actually did sound like more room, which is why I was trying to hold back. Unless the last time it happened, I was like leaving one of my other uh, mics on the laptop by mistake. I hope that did not happen, but I almost had that same problem last night. So let me try and fix that. And I'm going to try and get that fixed while I go on to the next 60s track that I've chosen. If I can. If I can find it. Oh, good Lord have mercy. Uh, okay, you know what? I think it may have been me putting on that other uh, laptop mic. So it must not have been the sound. It must have been me not turning it off at that time. So that's probably why it sounded like more room. Okay, so I'll make sure that it gets off this time. In the meantime, the next track that I am loading up is a 1969 New Orleans funk classic, which is from the Meters. And also, Blake is also saying in the chat, when you started, it sounded like individual mics, and then the last one sounded like room overheads only. Not sure. Well, I'll make sure I keep an eye on that. So I'm probably going to be turning back off this mic as soon as I get to the next track. So maybe if I turn this off, it'll clear up some of that sound issue. It'll go back to where it was earlier. So let's go ahead and get this mic turned back off, and I'm going to get into Sissy Strut by the Meters. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Hopefully that sounded better. Anyways, that was the Meters and the Sissy Strut. Definitely a very funky classic. Joseph Zigaboo Modaliste, one of the New Orleans legends in drumming, definitely came up with such a crazy funkiness. Oh my goodness, it was just absolutely a great song to play. Ever since I was first getting into the New Orleans sound, one of my instructors, as well as other drum instructors who I've seen on videos, have always referred to Zigaboo and the work he has done with the meters. So hopefully I was able to clear up some sound problems that I've had the last time. I also had to make sure that my mic was off, and I also had to change some EQs as well. I also hope that that helped too. So I'll try not to run into that mistake again. And Blake, you're still with me. I can see that, and it sounds great. So that's good. So it's good that you approved of my improved sound. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time on this stream left to break out a couple more songs. Now, there's one other type of song in the 60s. Well, I wouldn't say like a song in general, but what I would also like to let you know was that back in the 60s, the type of music that was played, which was started in 1959, and it originated to prominence back in 1960 by Berry Gordy, who is the founder of Motown Records, known as Hitsville, USA. And now I am going to be putting on a song which is from one of my favorite Motown groups, which also came from one of my favorite Motown drummers who I've been studying when I was younger. Um, Ever since I was getting more into R&B type drumming. Now, uh, there is a there's a little bit of a biographical history about this man who calls himself Pistol Allen, and if you look him up, he's done a lot of work with Motown artists such as Mary Wells, as well as the Temptations. In fact, the song that I'm about to put on is from the Temptations, and he started off becoming a legend with this song, which I'm probably not going to introduce because all you need to do is listen to the beginning of the fill, and you also know what song it's going to be. So let me do that right now and enjoy this 1960s number from Temptations.
I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't you about to bed, and you know it. Please don't leave me, girl. Don't you go. Ain't too proud to please, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Don't you go.
right, and keeping up with our 60 minutes of the 60s, that was The Temptations and Ain't Too Proud to Beg. One of my favorite Motown classics. And Will Drum Covers is here. Sorry I'm late here now. Hey, don't worry. Besides, we're almost at the end, but you're just in time for just a couple more that I am about to play. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'll try and make it worth a little bit more of your while here. So uh, there was another one that I also had on standby. So we're going to transition from R&B into some uh, pop, or some 60s pop, I should say. Now, what's crazy about this type of song, when I first heard it, I actually heard this in a comedy that I watched as a child. It was actually called Problem Child. Uh, John Ritter, definitely amazing. May he rest in peace. A very comical guy, uh, and the kid who played Junior, Michael Oliver. Boy, if there was a problem child, he definitely would have been the king of problem children. Uh, During a birthday party sequence, this 1960s classic from Leslie Gore was played on it. And when I also read about this artist, unfortunately, she passed away years back due to lung cancer. She was one of the prominent women of women's lib back in the 60s who made songs and created messages for female empowerment, just to treat women like as if they're not objects or toys or anything when it comes to men, which which was pretty much the reason behind one of her hits, "You Don't Own Me." And this hit song from her that I'm about to play right now is called "It's My Party." I'll shut the mic back off and then we'll enjoy this one.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
All right, and that was Leslie Gore, and It's My Party. And hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the last 60 minutes of the 60s. And thank you guys out there who have been joining in the chat. I know it hasn't been very many of you, but it's okay. And for those of y'all who are about to be watching this at a later time, I also appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this stream, and hopefully you guys will be getting a lot out of these streams as I play for you and connect with you, because uh, doing this stuff, it's definitely worthwhile, and for you guys being there, it makes it all the more while. It makes it more worthwhile. So thank you again, and just to let you know how much it feels for me, I can only let you know exactly how I feel by performing the song that I'm going to be ending the 60 minute of the 60s with. And this is bound to be another repeat of another stream, but it's popular in 1965, so let me tell you how I feel.
Wow! I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good, so good. I got you. Wow! I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, love wanna do you no wrong. And I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, love can't do you no harm. And I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I got you. Wow, I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good, so good. 'Cause I got you. So good, so good. I got you. So good, so good. I got you. Hey!
Well, there you have it. That is going to do for the last 60 nonstop minutes of hits from the 60s. Hopefully, I'll be doing another stream of a popular decade or maybe some genres in the near future. So be sure to be on the lookout, because I might promote it or I'll be streaming it when you least expect it. So anyways, thanks again, all of you guys on YouTube, for watching this stream. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know I certainly did. And to Daddy Drums, Ash Wells, Blake Nunn drums, and Will's drum covers. And I can't remember if there's anybody else, but thank you guys for coming and joining me on my stream, as well as taking a part into the chat. And you guys are amazing. And hopefully, I will see you again soon, whether if it's on a live stream or if you guys comment on any of my videos. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Chris Bates on YouTube. You can also find me on Sessions Live by looking up my name, which is Chris Bates. If you can see when I'll be doing live shows on there, you can uh, make an account on Sessions. It's free there, and you can also go out there and support myself and many other streamers from all over the world there. And also down on the lower right of the frame, you can also reach me on Facebook as well. So those are the social media platforms where you will find me on. And any questions or inquiries, feel free to reach out whichever way possible. Thank you again for coming, and until next time, this is Chris Bates, out.